EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. Touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stroud begins with a pass. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after catchability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. 2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward. When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
And he's in! And Mitchell, touchdown Colts. What a job to finish the was the most impressive there?
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice. But it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Oh, he's gone through him past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. To the right side. And he was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are through one. It's the Colts out to the early. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here we go. Now Mixon, and he'll bring this inside the 30, gain of about 5. On third down, here's a run by Mixon. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up. On play action, Stroud to the goal line and in. Jordan, touchdown, Houston.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece. Josh Downs now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. On first down, it's Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
It is third and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. From the gun, Richardson. That's the tight end, Morale Cox. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
Right there, hurt. Let's go now.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They face second down and 7. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He got rid of it and completed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 36 yards. Downs goes in motion. On the bootleg, it's Richardson. He's to the left side, taken in by Downs. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
This one complete to Jordan. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney Thomas. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. Oh, big hole, left side. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Texans. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So this kick the extra point instead of moving it up to the 1. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He will not bring it up. It's touchback. And this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. Is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts are back within 4 at 14-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Mike is going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, this is down. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for pick number 3. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. The motion man here is Mitchell. Throwing on second down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end shot.
That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards. Richardson to throw it here on first down. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. We'll try again here. Second and 10. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And they'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. On play action, Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. And he will score. And Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
It's just back-breaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's third and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the first down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more. Here's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone and push the lead up to 4.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown. But now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, but they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney Thomas.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. All the time he could, but he finally is taken down. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
Ready.
Throwing is Richardson. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough. Now a much more advantageous spot. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. The out to downs on the receiver screen. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in.
On the ready.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he will score again. And Mitchell. Touchdown Colts. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here's Pierce for the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll go play action with Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down. Coming up. Stroud to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here's 1st and 10.
Cut 19. Get it. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. Richardson. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Oh, that may be be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Texans will take over at their own 15.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And for the fourth time today, he has been intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Now, faking the give. He's got it at the 3. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
They'll try to run this one in. Good blocking, and he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one.